Did you know that it costs way less to serve God than serving the devil? Did you know that? Okay. Did you know that the requirements that are for God services, okay, versus the requirements that are for the devil's services, right? Those requirements are very different, and they are so different. God's requirement has to do with yourself, okay? Has to do with your heart, okay? And the devil's requirement has to do with hatred, blood, sacrifices, chicken, animals, abuse, manipulation, ego, greed, extortion, okay? So now, based on my own experiences, okay, I will tell you what I lived, okay, living with my family, my father, okay? So, why I said it costs way less to serve God than the devil. Why do I say that? I say that because based on my own experiences, everyone that I saw since I was a little kid, right? Everyone that I saw serving those deities, those low vibrational spirits, right? Everyone that I observed and I lived it, I've been there. It's like they always gotta pay something. It's like they always got to have some type of ritual, some type of ceremonies to give their payments to those low vibrational gods, low vibrational deities and spirits, right? So, and I'm looking at it all, and I'm seeing my so-called father is doing the same thing. Okay, I grew up seeing him having some type of ceremonies every year, probably a couple times a year. And in those ceremonies, the divine chosen ones, they're not cheap, yo. They're not cheap. This man be spending like tens of thousands of dollars, if not hundreds of dollars, okay? Throughout all these years, and if not millions, you know, spending all this money, you know, trying to please those deities to bring them, you know, whatever prosperities that these people want. It's like my so-called father. Okay, so as a kid, right, I'm seeing, yo, like, why, if I'm serving, okay, let's be logical here, right? So if I'm serving certain type of deity, right? If I'm being a puppet for certain type of deity, if I'm being a horse, okay? This is why those spirits, they call their servants, they call them horses. It's like when the spirit is, when you're being possessed by those type of spirits, they ride you. It's like you're a horse. Have you ever got on top of a horse, right? You tell the horse left, gotta go left. You tell the horse right, they gotta go right, right? If the horse do not take your instruction, what would you do to that horse? What you gonna do to that horse? You're gonna spank that horse, right? It's the same thing with those spirits. So those people go ahead and have all those low vibrational spiritual contracts, right? Trying to get wealthy, trying to be great, trying to get popularity, trying to get fame and fortune, but they do not understand, like, yo, like, once you do that, once you sign that contract, once you get involved with those type of deity, you will always owe something. You will always owe something, because in that deity will ride you, okay? It will ride you, all right? And then you are that deity horse, all right? And then if you not keep a hold to your bargain, if you not accept the requirements, if you're not following the guidelines and the laws and the rules that deity give you, that deity gonna spank you to your knees, gonna spank you till you have blood coming out of your body. Gonna spank you until you have everything class in your life. Gonna spank you until you even die. Okay, and it's real, divine chosen ones. It is so real. Okay, so I be seeing those people, right, having all of those, my so-called father, and then for all those spirits that he has, right, the spirits that he be doing all those ceremony with, for. And those spirits have certain requirements, the divine chosen ones. You got to spend for their houses, right? So each spirit's got to have their own houses, their own attraction items, their own objects, their own perfume, whatever it is, whatever they like, okay? Their own colors, okay? And you got to make sure you keep up with that, okay? Even when I was a child, man, I'm seeing all those things that are happening. I asked my grandma these questions many times. I was like, Grandma, why is this family struggling so much? Why is this family going through all of this? And then she told me, it's like, oh, your father had to do some work Listen to this, divine chosen ones. She said, your father had to do some work, okay, but he didn't do it. You know, whatever he had to do, he went to Haiti, he did something else. He's chasing females and doing all that crap, right? That's what my grandma, that's what my grandma told me, right? And then I was like, yo, man. And then I went to my so-called father. I said, Father, what's going on? Okay, yo, like, why is, you know, all those crap are happening, right? And then when I be seeing things too, I'm like, yo, like, why is this going on? Look, I'm not even in what he's doing, right? And then I be telling him, like, you already know what you signed up for. You already know what you signed up for. I don't know what type of deal you got, you know, you got with the devil, okay? I don't know what type of deal you got with those spirits, bro, but you got to take care of it. And I don't want no part of it. I don't want no part of it, okay? Since I was a child, I always tell him, I don't want no part of what you do, my brother, okay? Do you, okay? Because it cost me way less to serve my God than to be part of your crap, okay? It cost me way less, nothing at all. I just got to keep up with my heart, making sure my heart is pure, as light as a feather, and just keep going, trying to be as righteous as I can, okay? I don't want no part. And to the point that I can tell you, I remember when I was 6 years old, okay? I was 6 years old. We went to the countryside, okay? He was having this big ceremony, man. The whole hood pulled up. The whole section of the countryside pulled up, okay? Yeah, drums, you know, goats, pigs, okay, chickens, all right? So they started doing that ceremony, okay, songs, okay, drum popping, all right? People starting to get possessed by the spirits, right? And then, you know, the people are being possessed based on the type of spirits that they have, okay, that they're serving, and then based on what that spirit asks. If that spirit asks for a goat or cow or whatever it is for a pig, okay, that person, when they are possessed with that spirit, that's when they get the opportunity to kill that animal, to sacrifice that animal, to go ahead with that ceremony, right? And then my so-called father was holding a chicken. This man was holding a chicken device. So this man was holding that chicken, and this man trying to get me to hold the chicken. Oh, yo, come here, JD, come here. Hey, let me hold that chicken. I'm like, hell no, I ain't holding that no chicken. So I ran for my life, okay? I ran for my life, all right? So since I was a kid, man, I never really trusted, man. Yeah, yo, I never really trusted, man, because I feel like, yo, like, the devil is very tricky, okay? He can get you used to sacrificing animals, right? Pigs, goats. And then guess what he's going to do? He's going to be like, okay, I got a bigger offer for you, so-called father, so-called whoever serving those devils, okay? I got a bigger opportunity for you, and I got more money for you. Guess what? You know, we used to sacrifice those four-legged, you know, animals, creatures. Now, I want a two-legged creature, okay? You know what that is? They want a human being, bro. Okay? They want a human being. That's your confirmation right there. They want a human being, okay? So now, these people who are so hungry for power, who wants to be the man of the town, okay? Who wants to be the most talked about, what they do is, oh, Mr. Devil, come on, bring it on. I'm up for the challenge. So they go ahead, sacrificing their own kind, bro, for fame and fortune. Killing their daughters, killing their sons, their cousins, their aunties, their uncles, their nieces and nephews for fame. All that, yo. All of that, yo, is for fame and fortune, yo. All of that's for fame and fortune. So now, divine ones, chosen ones, you get to understand, yo. Everything that you're doing for the devil will never be enough. Nothing you do will ever be enough. And it will always cost less to serve the Most High God than it is to serve the devil. The devil, I'm telling you, okay? I've seen it. I've seen the amount of money all those people. And then where I used to live in Haiti, it's like I had like those spiritual spots, those voodoo spots everywhere, like, you know, many places, okay? And when they're having those ceremonies, man, like, you know how much money these people are spending, yo? Hundreds of thousands of dollars and not millions of dollars, man. Those people who are really big in those things, right? Who are really, like, you know, rich, you know, by, you know, sacrificing people, sacrificing animals, be so deep in that darkness, okay? They got money, right? They got money. And guess what? When they are doing those big satanic rituals, they go all out. 15 cows, 15 goats, okay, 50 chickens, okay, 10 cows, okay. You know, they go all out. So now, if the Most High God, the infinite one who gives those knowledge, who give, you know, all those little vibrational entities got their knowledge from the Most High God. It doesn't matter if those people are connected to the devil. How did the devil come about? The devil came from God, right? The knowledge that the devil has came from God. God gave the devil that knowledge. So you think that you're going to bypass God and go serve creation